Coming up on State of Events, at San Francisco State University, students fear changes to the depot could impact campus events.
Deadly hantavirus outbreak linked to a cruise ship is putting health officials on an alert worldwide.
And BART officials are warning of possible service cuts, station closures, and fare hikes if new regional funding measures fail.
State of Events starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to State of Events. I'm Natalie Wilson.
And I'm Maria Hermosillo. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2026. First up today, students at SFSU are concerned depot changes could limit events and access. Report Kayla Martinez has the inside scoop.
A popular student space at San Francisco State may be facing big changes. The depot, known for hosting concerts and campus events, could soon be restricted, leaving students concerned.
For years, the depot at San Francisco State has been a hub for student events, from concerts to comedy nights, giving students a space to create and connect. Recent meetings between the depot staff and associated students have put the program's future into question.
The role is going to transition and become very different and change within the next year or two. So my concern is that the quality of the depot won't be the same as it was over the past few years.
Under the proposed change, the venue would remain, but events would have to go through associated students, potentially adding new challenges for student organizers. With Michelle graduating and other leadership changes ahead, some worry the timing could impact the decision to cut the program.
Associated Students is a nonprofit, so we directly are funded from students and tuition. So that's been a major concern. Really just where is this going over the next couple of years? And I know that that's a concern for a lot of other departments on this campus.
San Francisco State officials are considering changes that could harm the size of the student-run program for the depot. While the venue itself will still remain open, students say shifting control to associated students could really affect how events are planned and who has access to the venue.
I think the depot will continue to function as a smaller entity, but it runs a lot better with a manager like Michelle. She did a great job, and it'll probably be really hard to keep it running without her.
For now, the decision remains up in the air, leaving students and staff hoping their voices will be heard. This is Kayla Martinez with State of Events.
Kayla, how are students reacting to these possible changes?
Yeah, many students say that they're really concerned about losing the space, and they believe that that will make it a lot harder for them to plan events there.
Thank you, Kayla.
Thank you.
A deadly hantavirus outbreak linked to a cruise ship in the Atlantic has triggered a global health response. A German passenger exposed on board has been hospitalized and quarantined in Amsterdam as officials investigate. Authorities say the outbreak investigation began after a passenger on board the cruise ship died following suspected exposure to the rare but potentially deadly virus. Officials are now working to identify and monitor travelers who left the vessel at different ports before the illness was confirmed.
BART warns that without new funding, riders could face fewer trains, higher fares, and station closures. BART officials say the transit system could face major service cuts in the coming years if it does not secure new regional funding. Leaders warn that without additional support, riders could see fewer trains, higher fares, and even possible station closures as the agency tries to close a growing budget gap.
San Francisco schools are debating how to handle AI in classrooms as educators weigh its benefits against concerns over cheating and privacy. San Francisco schools are weighing how to handle the growing use of artificial intelligence in classrooms. Educators are debating the benefits of tools like ChatGPT and learning and productivity, while also raising concerns about academic integrity, student privacy, and how AI should fit into education.
Moving now to our community, more people are riding Muni again, and with ridership hitting its highest level in years. Muni riders is climbing back to pre-pandemic levels, according to the SFMTA. The agency says nearly 15 million riders used Muni this month, 8% increase from last year. Officials say special events like Chinese New Year and the Tulip Day helped boost ridership, along with a resurgence in the Muni metro system. Coming up after the break, survivors of Mississippi recount the terrifying moments powerful tornadoes tore through their communities.
And a year after Sunset Dunes opened, the fight over the Great Highway is heating up once again. Welcome back to State of Events. Survivors in Mississippi recount the moments powerful tornadoes tore through their home communities. Survivors across Mississippi are cleaning up after powerful tornadoes ripped through several communities. Authorities say at least 3 twisters touched down, damaging homes, downing power lines, and leaving debris scattered for miles. Residents say they took cover in closets and under furniture as emergency crews went door to door searching for survivors.
A year after Sunset Dunes opened, the debate over closing the Great Highway is far from over. Sunset Dune is making 1 year open after welcoming more than 1.7 million visitors. The 2-mile oceanfront park opened after voters passed Prop K, closing the road to traffic, but some residents continue pushing to reopen the highway on weekdays. Supporters of the park say there are currently no plans to bring the cars back.
Vacaville is facing financial pressures that are forcing City Council to make some very difficult decisions. State of Events Jordan Cesena attended a community meeting this Thursday to hear about how the city is managing.
Yeah, that's right, Natalie. At yesterday's meeting, I spoke with some of the city's leaders, and they say Vacaville's current expenses outpace revenue. Vacaville has the lowest sales tax rate in Solano County, and the city manager says if that doesn't change, first responders could receive an even bigger cut than they already have.
Vacaville city leaders are walking the tightrope between maintaining public services and managing a $12 million deficit.
As an effort to help with that gap, we have been doing cuts across the organization. We did 2.5% budget cuts.
As a result, the Vacaville police and fire departments have had to make some tough calls.
On May 1st, we cut our community response unit, who's responsible for the outreach of our unhoused.
Our medics 72 got browned out, so it's not staffed. So I'm transferring that workload to the other 4 ambulances.
The city is now working with residents to choose a path forward by hosting community meetings.
Today was our 11th meeting of the 12 that we had planned for community factual information sharing.
We're trying to educate the public about a potential sales tax measure.
City Council is considering putting a 1-cent sales tax on the November 2026 general election ballot. They say the measure would help offset the deficit by providing a reliable, locally controlled revenue source.
I would rather do that than lose what we have in the city of Vacaville.
This place is special to me, and I think it's special to a lot of other people because of the quality of life that we offer here.
So Jordan, how much money did the recent budget cuts to public safety services save?
Yeah, so the city manager tells me that the efforts they've made so far have saved the city over $9 million. But the police chief warns that if the measure doesn't pass, that 2.5% cut could turn into a 5% cut.
That's sizable. Thank you, Jordan.
Rising gas prices are adding more pressure for families already struggling to get by. A new study from Washington shows lower-income Americans are being hit the hardest by raising gas prices. Researchers say many families spend a large share of their paycheck on transportation, forcing some to cut back on grocery bills and travel.
Coming up after the break, a new film festival is heading to San Francisco State University, and student filmmakers are taking center stage.
And basketball with a twist. Student teachers and first responders took the court on donkeys, all to help save lives.
Welcome back to State of Events.
Now Gators, get ready. A film festival is coming to San Francisco State. Reporter Beatrice Lopez has more.
That's right, the annual Documentary Film Festival is right around the corner. Later this month, students can enjoy a variety of short films. As the semester comes to an end, SFSU Becca students are preparing for a screening of their documentaries that friends, family, and other students can enjoy. Here at San Francisco State University, a new tradition is taking hold. The annual film festival, Becca Docs, features a variety of original documentaries produced by students in the Broadcast and Electronic Communication Arts program. As part of Becca 562, a documentary production class, and Becca 535, an advanced audio class, I talked with Blue, a student in Becca 562 and one of the promoters of Becca Docs.
They really, including myself, we worked really hard on it over 2-3 months, a lot of traveling, a lot of shoots, blah blah blah. It was all a whole bunch of work. So please come, take a look at what we've done, what we achieved, and there's a lot of fun stories that you can watch. So yeah, anyone can just come in and watch the documentaries we worked on.
The event highlights local stories and student creativity, allowing students to gain hands-on experience in documentary production. This year's Becca Docs will be featuring documentaries regarding cultural and social issues, as well as experimental documentaries. The event is open to the public and is set to take place on May 19th in Marcus Hall, room 224 at 4 o'clock. From San Francisco, I'm Beatrice Lopez with State of Events.
So Beatrice, where can students find more information about this event?
Students can find more information on the event's Instagram page and YouTube page at Becca Docs.
Thank you, Beatrice.
Thank you. I hope to see you guys there.
Basketball, like you've never seen it, played on donkeys to help raise money for life-saving equipment. It was donkey basketball in action in St. James, Minnesota, with student teachers and first responders all taking part while riding donkeys. The unusual game was a fundraiser that performs automated chest compressions. The association says it relies heavily on community support, and the event brought in $4,000.
How do you think you'd fare in donkey basketball?
To save some lives, I could manage.
You know, I was a college softball player, but I don't think I could play donkey basketball. Maybe donkey softball.
That's all we have for you this time. Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, State of Events. For State of Events, I'm Natalie Wilson.
And I'm Maria Hermosillo. Have a great day.